Welcome back, fight fans. Back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it and get it going. Another edition of IBFP Raw, and you know what it is. Oh, we got to debunk a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You know, people have been going on and on and on, saying a lot of stuff, talking about, Canelo's ducking. We're going to get into that. Errol Spence drinking. We're going to get into that. And we got a few other people in here. I got a few fanboys that have been wanting to, talk that talk. But let me go ahead and start adding people in. First person we're going to start in here is DT3, the Boom Man.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good morning, everybody.
Salute. And let me add in my brother from another mother, D. Jefferson. D. Talk to him.
DJ.
What's going on today?
Now, salute. Now, if both of you guys do a quick shout out of what you want to address today first, because, we're finna get real raw, and I have a lot of trash to talk because, I've had a few people challenge me this week, and they got to get murked right now. But I'm going to let you take it out, DT, first, and then, D, you take it next.
All right.
Well, I just want to give y'all an announcement. My fight day coming up, January 11th. Your boy DT3 will be getting in the ring once again. 2020 is my year. Hopefully, I'll be getting available for a strap soon. I'm not trying to end 2020 without a belt, but my next fight day is January 11th, 2020. I'm starting the year off with a fight for sure. And also, I got the inside scoop on the Errol Spence situation. Come to find out, and I recently found this out from my sources, that the reason why Errol Spence ended up the way that he ended up was because the alcohol saved his life. The alcohol, him having the alcohol intake the way that he did, was the reason why he had the outcome the way that it came out to be. Come to find out that pretty much saved him from having basically anything worse. I found out that you know how when somebody is super drunk or super high, intoxicated, and it's people that's lived from gunshot wounds and all that type of stuff, and that was pretty much what happened with Errol. Because Errol was under the influence of alcohol, his body reacted in a better way than it would if he was sober. So had he not have been drunk, his body more likely would not have responded the way that it did. And I found that out from a source that was actually with him, and said that Errol Spence was okay the whole time. He was never knocked out. He was never like incapacitated. Never. He was awake the whole time. He was awake. He was alert the whole time. So when they was trying to make it seem like he was all messed up and toe back and all that, no, he was awake and alert the whole time. Facts. This is not me telling y'all that. Just to tell you that is fact. Errol Spence was awake the whole time. He was never incapacitated. He was never out. He was awake the whole time. And the reason why Errol Spence was able to maintain the way he was because of the alcohol intake. The alcohol pretty much saved his body. Facts.
That's what's up, man.
Facts.
That's what's up.
Now let me step in here real quick. D. Jefferson, what you got to say? Because I know somebody's been taking shots at you, my brother. Do you got anything you need to say to anybody real quick?
Look, man, let me tell you like this. I heard some things, you know what I mean, but I haven't heard my name, so I ain't making no assumptions, bro. I didn't even take the time out to go watch. I just got a lot of messages and stuff about this, the nonsense. But anyway, man, that's petty. That's petty nonsense. That's beneath me. That's why I ain't really respond to it, because I ain't worried about that. But that's good info, DT3, man. That's good info, bro. And it just kills a lot of this nonsense we've been hearing about, Spence not drinking, or not being caught with a drink in his hand. Or listen here, man. We know the man was drinking. It's you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see. He don't have to have a drink in his hand for you to see that he drunk. Either he drunk or high. Either way, he intoxicated. He inebriated. That's the point. And you need to cut that out, man. He got
Who
to
is
cut that
sober
out.
at 2, 3 in the morning, man? Who is really sober at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning coming from the club?
Right. No one. No one. So that's just the point of it, man. You know, a lot of people want to build these narratives, and it's no cover up. I mean, it's obvious what's going on. The man got a problem, and hopefully, this is a wake up call, and it's a blessing that things worked out for him, because it could have went the wrong way. He could not be fighting the next day. So it's a blessing, man, and hopefully
Mm.
he wake up from it. That's my view on it.
All right, I appreciate that, D. Now let me go ahead and start the cooking on this whole thing. First thing I got to do is, what I've been hearing is a few things. One, I heard that Errol Spence Jr. I'm actually UGC. If you heard this too, if Errol Spence Jr. has been wanting Terrence Crawford right now after that accident, I want to know what you guys think about it. But I'm gonna give you my take right now and just be 100% honest and unbiased about it. I'm happy Errol Spence got out of the wreck happy and healthy. I send prayers to the brother. And this is what fanboys don't understand. Just because I say, I give Errol Spence Jr. an honest and objective boxing analysis on the way his career is going, doesn't mean I hate or dislike this guy. I have no problems with Errol Spence. You've never heard me take anything personal with Errol Spence. I've always said I like him. I've always said he's been a good fighter. But the problem is when I be honest about the guys and what he can do in the ring, people get in their feelings. So you might as well get out of your feelings, because I'm finna make you cry. So let's just break it down. If Errol Spence Jr. wants to fight Terrence Crawford next, then he's been saved from a car crash, but he won't be saved from Bud. Bud stops him mid to late in that fight. That's period. There's just anybody wants some smoke that want to debate that, step on. Anybody got a problem with that? Bud Crawford has the skill set, has the reach advantage. He will smoke Errol Spence DT3. What you think, my brother?
I mean, I already said Bud gonna get him out of there, man, because there's nothing special about Errol Spence. Like, as far as like skill wise, he just seemed like he's just a come forward fighter. He seemed like he fights on a straight line. He don't show that he can put angles on you, especially being a left-handed fighter and like right-handed fighter. We all seen what Lomachenko, the left-handed fighter, is able to do to other orthodox fighters. We've even seen what Rigo Diaz was able to do to orthodox fighters. And yet and still, Errol Spence doesn't show many dimensions in his style. You don't see him really, like I said, putting angles and throwing punches from odd places. You don't see that. You know what I mean? So it's just like, to me, I don't see nothing special about him. I don't see him making adjustments when he needs to make adjustments. I just don't see nothing super special about Errol. All I see, like I said, he's just a come forward fighter. He got decent power, and he's slow. Errol not fast. And he don't show good timing. Like, it's a lot of holes in that dude game, man. I get he got some little star power or whatever, but skill wise, bro, he's not going to be able to make an adjustment for Crawford when Crawford make his adjustment. And I think that's where Crawford gonna get him.
Salute. That's absolutely correct. And we're going to add another person in the string. We got unbiased or biased boxing talk. Salute to the entire UGC.
What's up to UGC?
Analysis on how we see Spence Crawford. Speak in if there's anybody you want to cook, especially this clown that we both know. But, the mic is yours, unbiased.
Yeah, man. I agree with everything DT3 just said, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence to me has shown flaws, and I just believe Crawford's the better fighter. Now, I'm going to say if Errol Spence were to tighten up those flaws, I could see him, being a special fighter. It's just, to me, those things they're glaring. Those flaws are very glaring. You know what I mean? His defense is very lackadaisical. His jab gets lazy. He could counter it. You know what I mean? His footwork is, to me, it's not good, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Everybody, people were saying the Mikey Garcia fight showed that he has phenomenal footwork, but what I was seeing was a flat-footed fighter that was fighting a guy who was coming up that was not comfortable with the weight, and he didn't put the weight on correctly. So he just looked fast versus a slower opponent. That's what I saw. But I just feel like Spence just needs to get it together and honestly stop drinking. You know what I mean? I feel like drinking is very detrimental to his life. You know what I mean? Forget boxing, just drinking. He can't make good decisions. That's what I feel. As for he knows his sports, that dude is a straight clown. He knows nothing about boxing. He just knows Spence, and that's pretty much it. He would never debate me because he already knows what time it is. He wouldn't debate anybody on this panel because he would get slaughtered. So he's gonna sit and feel comfortable on his channel. But if you know he ain't never going to nobody else's channel because you already know he'll get slaughtered. So that's how I feel about the whole situation.
I can respect that. D. Jefferson, I'm going to need you to come in here and speak the absolute truth. If Errol Spence Jr., I don't know if you still favor him over Crawford or not, but break that down. But let me ask you this, D. If Errol Spence Jr. shows up and, he stops drinking, he comes in, on weight, he's ready to train. Can he show a better side of himself? Can he show that he can really be the truth? Can he make the Crawford fight really close? Is it something that we missing?
Well, let me say this. Before this fight with Porter, I had Spence favored in this fight. I already told unbiased this. But man, I got this fight edged out to Crawford now, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I believe Spence can make some adjustments, but if we see the Spence in the fight, which we may not see this, but if we see the Spence in the fight that we saw fighting Porter, he loses. He loses against Crawford. So there's definitely some adjustments that need to be made. But, Spence is 30 years old, so can he make those adjustments? Especially in time to, if he's talking about fighting Crawford anytime soon, I don't care who he fights next. Danny, Manny, whoever. He better look a lot better than he looked in this last fight. There's this narrative going around that he fights to the opponent in front of him, but I've just seen the same fighter pretty much. And if that fighter don't change, I gotta edge that fight to Crawford. Period.
Facts.
It's still my guy. He's still my guy, but I just gotta edge it to Crawford though.
The only thing I'm gonna say, D, is I think that if we got to be honest, hold on. First of all, YC, Crawford won't stop Spence, relax, but I do think Crawford beat Spence in quite a dominant fashion. You got to understand that Crawford, and I disagree with you, YC. Maybe he don't stop him. Maybe it goes 12 rounds. The reason why I think that he stops him in the fight is I think he stops him in similar fashion to the same way he did Benavidez. And the way he did that was he basically methodically wore him down. But Spence is not a counter puncher who's just going to sit there and wait for Crawford to do all the work. No, Spencer's going to go out there and go at him, and he's going to try to win the fight on work rate. That's really what he's going to try to do. And Terrence Bud Crawford is going to break him down to the body. We already seen Errol Spence don't like it to the body. Errol Spence absolutely was stung multiple times against Sean Porter, said he felt the power, and Porter's not known as a power puncher. Terrence Bud Crawford is a different type of animal. Talk to him, DT.
Yeah, he told him himself when he was like, I felt your power. It was like, you felt his power. Like, Porter ain't a known puncher, dog. Crawford is a known puncher, and Crawford has actually stopped his first 3 opponents at welterweight. And everybody keep talking about, oh, he ain't beat nobody. But then if you want to be technical, when he was set up to beat Benavidez, it was a lot of people saying that he wasn't going to beat Benavidez, and there was a lot of people saying that Benavidez was going to pose a real threat to Terrence Crawford until Terrence Crawford got in the ring with Benavidez and showed y'all what time it was. Now, all of a sudden, he ain't beat nobody. But Benavidez was a killer. He was a beast. He's undefeated, all that shit at first. But then when Crawford beat him, now he ain't beat nobody. I don't understand it.
They said the same thing about Jeff Horn. Even Spence himself said that Crawford would struggle with Horn. Paulie Malignaggi said it. He's gonna struggle with the size and all that.
Horn, a middleweight and shit.
Yeah, Crawford went in there and washed him. Just washed him.
Yeah, he beat the hell out of him, man. He beat the hell out of Horn, no doubt. Yeah, man. Like I said, that fight, man.
Wait a minute. DT3 the Boone, man, in the motherfucking building. Look at that. That boy fly as hell.
I see you, dog.
That's what we're talking about. We not taking no prisoners today. Everybody's getting smoked. And I'm going to say what everybody don't want to say. He knows the sports is a casual. He's a garbage channel. And if he want to step in, come get this smoke. It'll be me and him straight up, nobody else. Come on the chat and come get this work. I had a bunch of people from the LDBC following me all week. I had a bunch of people jump on my stuff all week. Come get this smoke right now. If you're in the chat, you're LDBC, you've been listening to it, come get the smoke right now. I'm not playing. I'll buy to you. DT, D, or unbiased will all buy. Come on now. Speak to them.
What's going on? Where y'all at, man? You got the UGC and the MBBC in the building, bro. Y'all talk all that shit, bro. I sent all the invites, everything. What's up? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come on. Come on, where y'all at, man? Where are these fanboys at? I want to hear what y'all got to say. Because all that shit y'all keep talking about with Terrence Crawford, I could have sworn I thought I bought a few cats in my last live stream because y'all kept trying to compare Charlo to Crawford. I don't see where y'all get the comparison between Crawford and Jermell and Jamal Charlo when Crawford is the 3-division world champion, 2-time lineal champion. We on this lineal shit nowadays. Crawford is a 2-time, not 1-time, 2-time lineal champion and a 3-time, the 3-division champion, and a 1-time he unified and became undisputed in a whole division. He cleared the division out. Who is clearing out divisions? Alexander Usyk clearing out divisions. Shit, Loma's starting to clear out divisions. And Bud clearing out division. Who else in PBC clearing out division? Somebody tell me. I'll let you boy.
I can't even answer that. But whoever said that Crawford and Charlo fight alike, they smoking dust. They smoking good sherm. There's no way in hell that Crawford fight like Charlo. Charlo throw every single punch with the same speed. His ring IQ is garbage. Yeah, man. Whoever said that, smoking dust. That's all I got to say about that.
Straight up. And then the people that keep saying that Canelo could beat, which is like, go ahead, D.
No, I was like, the Charlo's overrated, man. They're overrated as hell, bro. You know, listen, those guys are like AB. You know, one disappointment after another. Disappointment fight, disappointment fight, disappointment fight. That's all it's going to be of those guys, man. They're not going to accomplish nothing. He was handed that belt in the first piece of real competition he get. I believe he's going to lose it. I'm going to say it just like that. And I'm talking about Jamal. He didn't beat anybody to get that belt. They gave it to him.
Yeah.
And I fight somebody with competition at a competition level, I believe he's going to lose that belt.
He already lost. He lost to Korobov.
But I mean, you know, by the cards, I believe he's going to lose it.
Yeah, I told people that everybody's talking about Charlo could beat Canelo, and I was like, and they was like, Canelo need to fight Charlo. And I asked these fanboys, I said, what does Charlo do for Canelo's career? How does Canelo need any of the Charlo brothers? Like, what about them makes them a need for Canelo? And they couldn't give me an answer. They gonna say for legacy, but at the same time, y'all was talking about numbers. Well, the Charlos don't do numbers.
Hold on. I got to get this one, D. I got you on this one because you know what? Everybody's been coming to me about Canelo Alvarez ducking Demetrius Andre, Canelo Alvarez ducking Jamal Charlo. So let me set the record straight. There ain't no ducking going on. And this is why there ain't no ducking going on. Canelo Alvarez is taking on a Sergey Kovalev who has the power, who has the reach and the experience to knock him out. People that doesn't realize that this is a very dangerous fight for Canelo Alvarez don't know shit about boxing. This is a very dangerous fight for him, and Sergey Kovalev has the power, the strength to knock him out. I think Canelo can win off of skills, but this is a dangerous, dangerous fight. Only a casual fanboy will say that or think that. Let me bring you back to something real quick. Demetrius Andre was dropped by Vanes Martirosyan with a flush shot. Imagine what Sergey Kovalev would do to Demetrius Andre. Imagine that. And I think Demetrius Andre has skill. I think he's one of the top fighters at 160. But why would Canelo duck Andre to fight a more dangerous guy in Kovalev who could stop him? Be honest and unbiased. Speak to him, fellas.
And it's for a belt. It's for a belt, too.
That shit is so stupid about Canelo ducking Andre or ducking Charlo. Man, this shit got to stop, bro. I'm telling you, it's got to stop. This man has no reason to duck either of them. Canelo is the best. I don't know why they can't get this. Like they cry about people underestimating their guy. People saying that, listen, Canelo is the best easily. None of those guys are doing what he's doing, man. None of them. They are sitting there fighting, crying about fighting Canelo. But
what do you think on this Canelo Charlo situation, my brother?
Canelo Charlo. Canelo
Listen,
Charlo. Man, come
Charlo.
on, bro. That's an easy win. That's all that is. That's an easy win.
Yeah,
He'll just have both belts. He'll have the franchise belt, then he'll have the
you,
WBC belt again.
right. But you know what? This is how I feel. I feel like Canelo should go up, challenge himself, go fight Kovalev. If he wins, I think he. Would you guys agree with this? If he beats Kovalev, he deserves a tune-up, right? You guys agree with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then after he beats Kovalev, he could go ahead and fight Charlo as a nice tune-up, and then if he feels like it, he could unify and take Andrade's belt. You know what I'm saying? But Canelo's in a position where I'm not asking him to fight and begging him to fight people when I already know the outcome of it, because right now he's reached to a status of a Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. To me, he's done a lot in the sport. Just look at all the people he's beaten. Think about it. He's beaten a lot of people, Hall of Famers. He beat Triple G, who was the #1 middleweight. Then he beat Jacobs, who was the second best middleweight. And now these guys are over here, Andrade and Charlo. And who have they beaten? Exactly.
I asked him. I said, "What's the receipt, bro? What's the receipts, bro?" They was like, "This was the dumbest shit. I'm finna put that on blast right here, right now, bro." They sit there saying in my last live stream, bro, that the Charlos have a better boxing resume and career than Terrence Crawford. And I said, how the fuck can you say that shit? Did Jermell Charlo, who was at 54, did he start at 140, be lineal at 140, win a belt at 140, move up to 47, clear that whole division, and was lineal, and then move up to 54? Did he do that? No, he didn't do that.
Bro, Charlo won his belt at 154 from K9 Bundridge when he was old as shit. And then
K9 Bundridge ain't even good.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he was all right when in his prime, but you know what I mean? Like, he fought him when he was pretty much done, and he got his belt then. And then after that, who'd he beat at middleweight for his belt? Nobody. I mean, he got the interim versus Hugo Centennial. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm gonna set you guys world on fire, and this is what's gonna do. Now, a report came out that Canelo Alvarez is unsure, according to Dan Rafael, old donut eating self, that, you know, Canelo Alvarez may fight somebody at 175 pounds again after this fight with Sergey Kovalev, or he may go to fight at someone at 168. It's obviously going to be a champion, and if he doesn't take a tune-up fight, who's going to say he's ducking Andrade or Charlo, and he ends up fighting somebody like Bivol at 175 or even 168? Bivol said, "Oh, he's willing to come to 168 for Canelo." How can Canelo be ducking these guys if he takes on another great challenge? Even though we agree he deserves a tune-up, how is he ducking when he's still willing to fight guys bigger, stronger, and you know, has the potential to hurt him physically? What sense does that make? This guy is fearless. What are we talking about here? Speak to him, unbiased.
Damn, bro. I mean, if you go ahead and fight Bivol, how can you hate on that? You know what I'm saying?
Bivol was a hitter.
Yeah, he dangerous as fuck. Listen, I think I think Bivol's dangerous for other 175 pounders, let alone Canelo. You know what I'm saying? That to me, you know, I mean, I don't know if Canelo could win that fight. I'm gonna be honest. I would probably favor Bivol, but the fact that he would even think about fighting Bivol, and if he won that shit, bruh, y'all gotta shut up forever. You know what I'm saying? You can no longer hate on Canelo, period, at all. You know, because
they need to shut up.
The only thing I'll say, if Canelo fights Bivol at 175, you got to favor Bivol. But at 168, if Bivol comes to 168 like he said he would, I don't think he'll be the same Bivol against Canelo at 168 that he would be at 175. That's just my thoughts on it, fellas.
I agree with you, Abby. I agree with you, dude. Because if you look at him at 75, he looks really fit. He look in shape. He looks sharp. He don't look like he's like weight drained. I mean, like water drained or none of that. He looked like the weight in the weight class is perfect for him. If he was to go down to 68, I think he'd be draining himself a little bit. I think he'll be like having to really, really cut a lot of weight because he already looks sharp. He already looked fresh, lean, everything. It'd be like Conor McGregor fighting at 40. Like, he looked terrible fighting at that weight, bro. And I don't think Bivol should cut down to 60. I think Bivol is doing his thing. His power is good. Now, don't get me wrong. If he got decent power at 75 and he can make 68 easy, hey, that's going to make him even more dangerous because he's going to be faster and speed equal power. So he's going to even be stronger. So if he might be even more dangerous at 68. And I've even heard Bivol say that he's willing to go down 68 to fight him. So I have to see him fight at 68 first, though, before I can say for sure what he can and can't do.
Listen, bro, I think Bivol going to be a problem at either weight because
Yep.
he's not a big 175 pounder, bro.
No, he's not.
And
He's a pretty
you know,
small.
and the guy's a fighter. Like I think that he's actually the best at 175.
Me
To tell
too.
you the truth, but
Yeah, yeah.
Canelo, that's a hard fight. Canelo's a soldier, man, and I don't like even if he doesn't stay and fight somebody at 175, the judgment for me is already in for the dude already. But if he
Mhm.
beats Kovalev, because that's so stupid saying that Kovalev is an easy fight. They talking about Andre Ward giving the blueprint and Yard almost stopping him and all of this nonsense. Listen, that's just nonsense. The whole narrative is stupid because you cannot say somebody like Kovalev going up 2 weight classes is an easy fight. That's just stupid, man.
That's facts, D. And the one thing I'm gonna tell everybody is this: Demetrius Andre is the odd man out. I give you this: Demetrius Andre is being clearly dug by Billy Joe Saunders. Sitting multiple office, Billy Joe Saunders don't want it. He reached out to Charlo's people. Charlo's people don't want it. So Demetrius Andre is having a problem getting a fight. Demetrius Andre's been dug by Billy Joe Saunders. Demetrius Andre's been dug by Jamal Charlo. So why don't Demetrius Andre look at these two fights? These are my two fights I think make sense for him because we know Triple G's ducking Demetrius Andre too. Triple G does not even want to look at Demetrius Andre for whatever and I think Demetrius Andre would put on a boxing clinic on Triple G, especially at this point. I think Demetrius Andre got to look at a guy like Sergey Deverenchenko right now or Danny Jacobs. He has to take a fight that's a little bit outside of his realm right now just to make it impossible for anybody to avoid him, to make it impossible for anybody to want any smoke. He has to make that impossible because if he goes in there and clowns Deverenchenko after what Deverenchenko did to Triple G, he'll have a whole new level of respect and he would be undeniable in any big fights. What do you guys think about it?
I'm gonna go on record and say that Andrade stops the Triple G. Based on what I've seen Triple G fight like, I'm gonna go on record and say Andrade stops Triple G.
I don't know, man. I don't
That
know.
one
This,
I can't.
this is the thing. Yeah, this is the thing about Triple G, man. His chin is like made out of titanium or some shit. Because that dude be eating shots for absolutely no reason. Like he just doesn't want to move his head on purpose. Like he like hit me with your best shot. I'm here. Please punch me. So yeah,
We seen the Jared Hearn rule. We seen the Jared Hearn rule. We know how that
I'm
goes.
gonna tell you something, man. DT3. The only reason I agree with unbiased on this one, I don't see Andre stopping him. Listen, man, he dropped Selecki, and we know Selecki's not as tough as Triple G. He dropped him in the first round and still couldn't get the job done. The dude, once Triple G hit him with a couple of good shots, he gonna play that stick and move game, and he'll still beat him because he's talented with it. He's hard to get up. He's hard to catch, but I don't think that Andre got the power to drop a Triple G.
But he has a 75% knockout ratio. And the one thing I do want to see is his chin be tested. I haven't seen Andrade's chin being tested yet, so that still is in question with me because I haven't seen him really take a hard shot. Because I mean, he has good head movement, so I don't see Triple G hitting him with too much. I do see Triple G, catching him eventually, but not off the bat. I see Andrade doing some hard counters.
Here's the only problem that I have with Andre is that his chin is just, I don't know about it. Because in the 12th round against his fight with Jack Colclay put together a combination and had that boy rocked. So, and then we've already seen him drop by Vanes Monterosian. I think that he could. So those two fights make me weary because I'm never going to count Triple G out because he has that power. And if he got the power and he comes back right with the jab, I mean, if I was him, I would just switch to Abel. It's too old in his career, too point in his career. He needs to get back to the jab, going bulldozer. What you guys think?
I think he
agree with that. This is the one thing I think if Andrade were to stop Triple G, it most likely would be to the body. Because I noticed he is very soft to the body. You know what I'm saying? That Sergey Deverenchenko showed us that. You know what I mean? If you are dedicated to his body, it's a possibility you could stop him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't see him getting stopped. But I see him getting outclassed badly by Andrade. You know what I mean? Just embarrassing. If Canelo fights him in the third fight, Canelo stops him. Body shot, stop. It's over. So.
That's great. I think he's too good.
Canelo's gonna dig to that body hard. What do you think, Canelo? But I think that Canelo next fight should, just like Unbiased said, it should be an easier tune-up fight, especially if he takes it. But Canelo can't drop back down to 60 from 175. That would be too much weight to just drop in one fight. I think he should fight somebody at 168 if he doesn't take on a 175. So he should take on a guy like Charlo at 168 in Mexico City. What do you guys think?
Billy Joe. Colin Smith, Billy Joe. That's what I want to see him fight. Colin Smith or Billy Joe, bro. I don't want to see Canelo fight nobody unless whoever he fight next. It better be Bivol, Colin Smith, or Billy Joe Saunders or Boo Boo Andrade. It better be one of them. If it's not one of them, I'm finna go in on Canelo. Fight his neck after Kovalev.
After Kovalev, you don't think? If he beats Kovalev, you don't think he can get a
light touch?
That's a light fight or something, bro?
Nope.
Fight Charlo.
Nope. Well, you could call that a light fight. I tell people all the time when they keep talking about how Charlo a dog and Charlo gonna do this, bro. Charlo is the same thing as fucking Errol Spence. He's just a bigger version. He's a come forward fighter. He got decent power. He got decent speed, but he's just a come forward fighter. Wing and Dean Canelo is just gonna sit there and wait for him and catch him with hard counter shots. And Canelo is a natural counter puncher. And the Charlo brothers are both known for being come forward offensive fighters. That's all they got is offense, no defense. So all they're going to do is try to walk Canelo down, follow him all the way around the goddamn ring. Canelo going to be making them look stupid, countering them with shit. It's going to be like how he knocked out Amir Khan. I'm telling you. Canelo stops all the Charlos. He's going to stop them. He's going to stop them. Because he's going to catch him. He's going to constantly counter them come forward, wing and ding fucking fighters. It's going to be easy work, bro. There's nothing special about the Charlo.
Canelo would have stopped Adams and Korobov.
For sure. Yep. Light work. Easy.
Easy work, bro.
And Jamal Charlo couldn't stop either of them. So that should, and I'm not even using the triangle theory, but this is two different fighters, two different styles. And I can guarantee you pretty much Canelo beats both of them very, very convincingly and stops them. So I don't see Charlo beating Canelo. This is not, he's not even in Canelo's class, bro.
My thing is, how does Canelo need the Charlos? Though? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how does Canelo, what do the Charlos offer, bring to the table to make it where it's worth Canelo fighting him? What have they done in boxing?
Tell you the truth, I think he should just go beat him up and take his belt.
Yeah, because he has a belt. So I think he should. He should. But if he decides to fight at 168 or 175, that's totally on him. Then I don't really care about the Charlos or Andrade because those are better fights to me. Those are more entertaining fights where I think I could see Canelo losing. I can't see Canelo losing to Charlo, and I can't see Canelo losing to Andrade, but I could see him losing to Bivol. So that's a fight I'd be interested in. I could see him losing to Kovalev. So that's why I'm interested with these fights. But Andrade, I know he washes Andrade, in my opinion, and I definitely know he washing Jamal Charlo. That's easy work.
Easy work.
Let me ask you guys this. Does the Errol Spence, Danny Garcia fight still happen in January? Does that fight still happen as planned, or does that get moved back, or what happens at that point?
Sources that told me that he is in the hospital talking about fighting Crawford. He ain't talking about fighting Danny. Come to find out, he was supposed to be fighting Crawford in May. They was trying to make a Cinco de Mayo event in May for the Crawford fight. He was supposed to fight Danny in January, and then that was supposed to be the catapult to build up for a Crawford fight. They was trying to make us think it wasn't going to happen in 2020, but behind the scenes, they really was going to make it happen. They were just trying to play us for stupids. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyway, he ain't finna fight Danny. He finna more likely heal up and get ready, get himself ready in shape, and get himself in camp, all the shit, and he's finna fight Crawford next. But I do have an issue with that, and I'm gonna tell you guys why I have an issue with Errol Spence coming from this situation going right into a Crawford fight. And as you and I, all four of us know that when Errol Spence go into that fight and Crawford beat his ass, we know these LDBC motherfuckers and these LDBC fanboys are gonna say, well, he just had a car wreck. He ain't give himself a chance to heal. He still got to give himself a chance. He needed at least a year before the Crawford fight. He should have fought Danny first. All that shit. So we already know what excuses we going to hear. So I prefer that he do take the Danny fight first, or some other Probably fight a tune-up, like a tune-up before Danny, and then fight Danny, and then fight Crawford. So we don't have no excuses. But if he goes straight into the Crawford fight, bro, Crawford gonna beat his ass, and we gonna have all these excuses, bro. All these fucking excuses.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't, after this, the accident, I think he should get his brain scanned, make sure he's okay. Because you coming back into boxing, you can get punched in the face again. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your brain is good.
Right.
And yeah, if he listen, I believe if he fights Danny, Thurman, those guys are punchers, and Crawford's a puncher too in his own right. So you fighting these guys, they could rattle your brain and make however you really are even worse. You know what I mean? We don't want you out here slurring your words like James Toney and shit. So just make sure you are right. Just make sure you're good first.
No doubt.
Right on. That's why I think he should kind of chill back for a minute. He should fight like a tune-up fight, then fight Danny, then fight Crawford. But I heard my sources that he is literally in the hospital talking about he won't Crawford. And that's what happens when you're in life and death situations. You wake your shit up.
I think he walks into a Crawford fight, it's just gonna be lights out. Crawford is just too good. And then the one thing that people keep, not paying attention to is that Terrence Crawford's reach is longer than Errol Spence. So unlike he did against Mikey or even he would try to do against Danny, he won't have a reach advantage to go to. A reach advantage with a fighter that skill is going to be killer. And Terrence Crawford is going to put in the body work. Terrence Crawford is known going to the head and the body, coming with a varied attack and being able to make in-ring adjustments. Errol Spence hasn't already shown the ability to make an in-ring adjustments. I just think this is going to be too much for him. And if Terrence Crawford, and Errol Spence doesn't happen right away, maybe Errol Spence comes to his senses and say, you know what, I don't want that. Who does Terrence Crawford fight next after Kovalev in December? Like, where does he go? He needs to make the Sean Porter fight. I'm convinced that that's the fight that needs to happen. You got to put the friendship aside, and you got to get that fight done. If you don't have Spence, go smoke, Sean Porter and show the world what level you are compared to Errol Spence. Send that statement. And Sean Porter's no easy fight for nobody. That needs to happen if he doesn't get it. D, talk to him. Unbiased. Somebody talk to him. Pick on that, brother.
Look, I've been saying this, bro. I'm with you on that 100%. Put the friendship aside, lay it down. Listen, it's still all about your legacy too. If he go beat him, then that's making a statement. Because listen, bro, the dude had a brawl with everybody. Everybody that had a name at 147, Sean Porter had a brawl with him. Everybody. So just go fight him. Go fight him.
Get it over with.
Get it over with. That'll prove everything. That'll shut everybody's mouth up. That's a good fight, man. That's a good fight to make.
Yeah, I agree. I think Crawford, I would favor Crawford to beat him, but it would be definitely a good fight. And I think that I'm wondering, though, if Errol Spence is out for a long time, are they going to strip him?
No, because he would have to be out probably like at least a year. And, like my boy D. Jefferson, he'll tell you in a minute, IBF would strip you real fast. They probably would have stripped him probably in January if he wasn't going to fight. But I think because we already know that unifications trump mandatory. So since his mandatory for WBC come what I heard is Danny Garcia. So if he say, all right, I don't want to do that, I want to go straight into a unification with Crawford, which is going to trump that whole Danny Garcia bullshit. So I think that's what's going to happen, bro. He's not going to get stripped. He's going to basically say, all right, I'm going to go straight into a unification bout with Crawford, which is going to trump all the talk for Danny Garcia, all the shit.
Yeah, I can go along with that. What's up, Samuel? Black in the building. I see you throwing up the. I ain't even pull up the chat. What's up, fellas? Shout out to the UGC. Shout out
to the UGC, boy.
Unbiased boxing talk.
UGC
cut the music, fellas. Cut the music.
NBBC. Yeah. Shout out to the NBBC. My man DT3 Boom doing his thing.
Crawford knocks out Ugas, bro. Not knock him out, but Crawford stops Ugas, bro. Crawford stops Ugas, bro. I know y'all love Ugas and all that. Crawford stops Ugas, bro.
Ugas can put up a little fight, but You got to favor Crawford in that fight, man. I don't. Like I said, man, and I still say the same thing. I don't see any of these guys beating him. The only one I see that got a chance with is Spence. The
I
rest of
don't
these
even know
guys,
about
I
that.
mean, Porter put up a good fight. You know,
Hold on, brother. Who does Manny fight next? I mean, because if
That is
Mike
a good
he's going to
question,
take a fight
bro.
at the end of the year, who is Manny fighting next?
That is a
Mikey
good
Garcia.
question.
I think he's fighting Mikey Garcia. Oh no, Mikey Garcia is gonna fight Victor Ortiz and then Manny. So I think Manny's probably just gonna wait until
See
Mikey
what
has his
happened?
win.
he gonna
Yeah.
fight Floyd.
Yeah, right. He might fight Floyd. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna
They're
fight
still in
Floyd.
negotiation. So
But they talking about that's supposed to be an exhibition, though. They talking about the Floyd fight
I
supposed to be
know.
an exhibition or some shit. How is it an exhibition fight?
I don't know. Wouldn't it be funny if it's an exhibition where Manny go in there and stop him?
It's gonna be
yeah, that's bad.
bullshit. Bullshit, bro. It's gonna be straight bullshit. I don't even want to see Manny fight Floyd again. I didn't even like the first fight. So I want to see two old 40-year-old men fight each other, bro. I don't want to see that. I'm not impressed by that fight. I'm not impressed that they even talk about making that fight happen. The first fight to me wasn't close. It wasn't one of them like, ooh, like a barn burner fight. It was super boring. And the only reason why they trying to make a fight happen is because the first fight was shit.
Yeah.
Hot garbage.
Let me ask you this, fellas. So you know Canelo, the number one, I believe the ranked fighter for the 175 belt that Canelo could win against Kovalev would be Gilberto Soto Ramirez. That could be a next fight, a all Mexican super fight that they could make if Canelo wins the belt and decides to stay at 175. That could make a lot of sense monetarily. He could fight that fight in Mexico City. That's something they have already talked about. So him and Gilberto Ramirez could possibly make that fight happen. I don't know what you guys think about that fight. Unbiased. I think it's a good fight, regardless. But coming off a Kovalev fight, that's going to be huge. Two big 175-pounder. What do you think, brother?
Yeah, man. I think that's a good fight. You know what I mean? Definitely could sell. You know, Mexican versus Mexican. You know, good money. I believe though. I think Canelo would beat Zurdo. You know what I'm saying? Based on skill sets, Zurdo has to plant his feet. Canelo's a really good counter puncher. I think he beats him. You know what I mean? If he decides to stay at 175, but Zurdo's a big guy. You know what I mean? So it'll be tough. It'll be a tough fight, but I think he could beat him.
I think Canelo should just go ahead and see if he get past this Kovalev fight, and then do what he can to stop. I really want to see him fight Charlo after he fight Kovalev. I think that'll be a good fight for him after Kovalev.
What I want to know is who beat Canelo. Who beats Canelo? I mean, I already said Floyd beat him. I feel like Lar beat him. But who beats Canelo right now? Like, actually, fellas, like, who do y'all believe actually has the power, skill, and the will to actually defeat a sophomore Canelo Alvarez?
At
Like
160, none of them.
Anyway. 60 to 75.
Other weights, yeah, I think those guys do have a chance. I think, like I said, I already said I picked Beaver if he fights Canelo. I mean, Callum Smith looks. I mean, those guys are bigger weights. They have the size and the skill to possibly beat Canelo. But I'm at 160. I don't see none of those guys beating Canelo.
I'm going to have to concur with D. Jefferson on that. I don't see anybody really at 160 being able to beat him. I think Andrade has a chance because of his skills, but what kills Andrade is, I don't know about his chin. I didn't see him hurt two times against lesser tier opposition. That's the only thing that makes me think Boo Boo might have an issue because when Canelo starts throwing them haymakers, he's backed up Triple G. He's backed up Danny Jacobs. I have no doubt that he would back up Demetrius Andre as well and make him hesitant to come in. I just don't. And then your work rate is going to be too low because you can't get in and you're going to lose a decision on the card because you weren't, throwing enough shots. I think Canelo's biggest opposition could be a David Benavidez at 168. Benavidez is big, strong, young, and he's getting better fight by fight. I still think Canelo and Benavidez is a close fight. I'm going to edge Canelo over experience, but I know some people are already picking Benavidez. I think Canelo's experience and the fact that he's in his prime and Benavidez still has a long way to go before he hits it is going to be too much. I think at 175, literally any one of those fights could hurt Canelo very badly, except for Arturo Ramirez. I just don't think he's polished enough to be able to put together an offensive arsenal to stop Canelo, because Canelo is going to have a speed advantage over, Kovalev, over Arturo Ramirez. You got to get Canelo in a situation where he doesn't have a speed advantage if you want a chance to beat him. And I just don't think those dudes got it.
That's why I said Billy Joe get him. I'm going on a limb saying Billy Joe gets Canelo.
I think I don't agree with that. I believe that's his toughest fight at 160, because to me Andrade's inaccurate. His footwork is sloppy. He seems to be always off balance. And when he swings those looping hooks, I know people are comparing him to Laura, but that's just inaccurate, because Laura has way better accuracy, way better footwork.
Yeah,
so I mean, I don't understand that comparison at all. Just because they're both southpaws doesn't mean that they fight alike. But yeah, that's why I think Andrade is going to have issues hitting Canelo, because he's inaccurate by himself in his own right. He's inaccurate. Then you have to add in the fact that Canelo has phenomenal lateral movements. So when you couple those things together, he's going to have a tough ass fight with Canelo. That's why I think Canelo beats him, and he does that shit convincingly. And then, I mean, with Billy Joe Saunders, his movement, I think, will give Canelo issues. But from his last fight, Billy Joe Saunders, he was getting touched up a lot by, I don't even know the guy's name. So Canelo, I think he beats Billy Joe Saunders as well. I don't think anybody at 160 is really beating Canelo, but at 168, I think he beats Benavidez. I mean, that's my opinion. I saw Benavidez versus Gabriel, and he was getting touched up there. I think Canelo's lateral movements, it'll be too much for Benavidez, who's inexperienced as well, like Nuke just said. So I think it's a lack of experience. I think Callum Smith would be an issue for Canelo at 168 due to power and size, because Callum Smith should be at 175. He really should be.
Yes.
But he's at 168. So at 175, shit, anybody, you know what I'm saying, besides Zerto, I think he beats Zerto. But them guys up there, they punch hard. So it's again, this is why you need to salute Canelo. He's going up to a dangerous ass division and fighting a Kovalev, and then said, I might unify with Bivol. You really think Andrade would do that? Hell no. You think Charlo would do that? Hell no. Come on, man. Like, that's why I give Canelo praise. Plus, look at his resume.
Facts, bro. Facts. And like I said, bro, I'm going back to this easy fight. Kovalev arguably got one of the best jabs in boxing. And you're going to tell me that a guy is small. We got to remember Canelo's height, his dimensions. His dimensions and his height, they're terrible for 175. And he's going in there and fighting a taller, longer Kovalev with a killer jab. And you want to call this fight easy because he's soft to the body, but man, he was soft to the body in the Ward fight. He arguably beat Ward in the first fight. And then, in the second fight, it's not like Ward just eased his way in there. And then these very same people still say and still believe that Ward can beat Canelo. So how easy is it going to be for Canelo to just waltz in there and get to the body of Kovalev? He's going to have to take some shots, bro. And this is what they're not even contemplating. Like, how can you call this an easy fight? This is not at all an easy fight. There's no cherry pick, no duck from anybody, because any of those guys that y'all talking about, Canelo's ducking. I don't care who it is. GGG fans even say he was ducking him. But I don't think they believe that now, since he just got punished in that last fight. But anyway, if you say he ducking Charlo, if you say he ducking Andre, would either of them go up and fight Kovalev? No. So how's it a duck? Like,
hey, let me find out to punch. He said Kovalev is 36, 37 and has been stopped 2 times. That's not the same Kovalev that Ward fought. Well, look, the first time Ward stopped Kovalev, if you want to say he stopped him, I guess, like he didn't knock him out, or it wasn't, he didn't stop Kovalev because Kovalev just couldn't take the punishment. You know what I mean? He wasn't getting his ass beat in there. You just happened to stop him to the body, which it wasn't like a brutal stoppage. So that's not really a bad stoppage that can be detrimental to your career. Alvarez knocked him out.
Right.
Stop. So I would say Alvarez. And that doesn't. We just saw Kovalev outbox Alvarez, and that was the best version of Kovalev we've seen. Then he just stopped Yarde with a fucking jab. That is the version Canelo is fighting. So
right.
It is a good version. So I don't understand that.
They hating on the man because he's seasoned. They go, he old. He passed. Like, you don't understand. Like, dude is a better boxer. He got real good experience. This is really finished. This is just a testament of Canelo. What can he really do? What can or can't he do? I think we finna see a lot of head movement and a lot of lateral movement from Canelo. But I ain't gonna lie. This is something I am kind of afraid of with Canelo. Is Canelo getting tired in the later rounds? That's what I'm nervous about. If he can't get Kovalev the way he want to get him towards the middle or later rounds, and Canelo starts to fatigue, that jab is going to be ugly for Canelo, boy.
Yeah. Conditioning and stamina might be an issue. I agree with that.
That's why people think that this is such a big fight, because think about it. If Canelo Alvarez is going to have to use a lot of movement early to wear down Sergey Kovalev and to spend a lot of energy to dig to that body, to at least get to the body, because you had to get around the jab first to get to the body. So he's going to have to put a lot of energy just to get there. What happens if he's too tired? What happens if he's exhausted? What happens? What happens? It's a dangerous fight because Kovalev's hitting him harder than Triple G. Kovalev's hitting him harder than Demetrius or Charlo. Kovalev is going to hit him with some fire that he ain't used to, especially, and the shots you can take in the first round ain't the same ones you can take in the 12th. So the fact that anybody would say that Canelo's ducking anybody at 160 in or out is an absolute idiot, a dumbass, and a fool. Speak to him, fellas.
Exactly.
Shout out that he knows the sport with your dumb ass. All right, keep going, fellas.
Let me respond to Remy. He says, "How come Bivol hasn't fought Kovalev?" Well, they were supposed to fight. If you know that, Remy, they were. But got knocked out by Alvarez. That's what happened. They were literally about to fight next. He was supposed to defend his belt against Alvarez, win the fight, and then they were supposed to fight. By the way,
talking about when he lost unbiased? You talking about when he lost to Alvarez unbiased?
Yep. And Bivol, by the way, Bivol is a free network agent anywhere. So he could fight on ESPN. He could fight wherever. All right. So Kovalev got knocked out. They were supposed to. That was going to be the next fight, but he got knocked out and he had to rematch for his belt. That's why the fight didn't happen.
Tell him, bro. Tell him, bro. Why do y'all think it's better for fighters to do what Bivol is doing with his career, or y'all think it's better for somebody to be with a promoter like Eddie Hearn and Paul Heyman and Bob Arum?
It's all about your management team and the promoter you get with. That's it, man. A lot of these guys take a chance. It don't matter who you go with. I mean, all of y'all already know my idea with that, but it's just really about your management team and the promoter you get with. You just got to get in at the right time. At this time, I don't advise anybody going to go sign with Floyd. I tell you that. Don't sign with the money team.
Yeah, because they talking a lot of trash about this DAZN shit, and I have peep game. They want to stick to they claim they getting more money with the pay-per-views. It's like, okay, we sign you up for this pay-per-view, get these people to pay this $79, $80, $90 for to watch this shit versus, okay, if you want to see the fight, just download the app. They're not trying to get that app money. They saying ain't no money in that app money. They saying all the money is just getting the pay-per-views. That's where all the money is.
Man, we're all the fanboys.
That's some bullshit, because you know what? They're building a platform and they're overpaying these guys. Think about it. Tevin Farmer's a millionaire. Tevin Farmer. This is a Tevin Farmer who has no star power, and I like Tevin Farmer. He hasn't had a top-level, elite-level fight, and I like Tevin Farmer. I think that he could give Tank Davis some problems. But my thing is they're overpaying these guys, and that's good for the sport of boxing because that means we're going to get the fights we want to see. That means you're going to get a Callum Smith versus a Billy Joe Saunders. You're going to get a Canelo Alvarez versus Sergey Kovalev. You're going to get those big fights. And I'm going to tell you one thing that Canelo Alvarez trainer said. Eddie Reynoso said that Eddie Hearn is the best promoter in boxing. Whether you like him or not, whether you hate him or not, Eddie Hearn seems to somehow keep making the big fights happen. And even if his guys loses, he's like, hey, I tried to make the fight. The guys got to step up. Anthony Joshua lost to Ruiz. People said that was a cherry pick. How can that be a cherry pick when people look at Andy Ruiz as an undefeated fighter when they felt like he got robbed against Joseph Parker? Andy Ruiz would give Deontay Wilder hell, Tyson Fury hell. He would give everybody hell because of his hand speed. The only person I think that would give Andy Ruiz a lot of hell is Dillian White. Because of the height factor, because Dillian White is strong and the style, I think is just a problem for Ruiz. But I think Ruiz give everybody a problem in the heavyweight division. The fact that Wilder's not looking at Usyk because he's trying to duck him before the fight talk even happens. He's trying to avoid that smoke. Speak to him, fellas.
Yep. Hey, I just want to say we're all the fanboys because somebody like these dudes don't want to come to the live because they already know they'll get bodied, so they trying to hide out and not come through. You know what I mean? Because some of these guys being in my chat too, just talking shit on my videos, but they nowhere to be found now.
You know the hitter was right up, guys. And you know what? I got a coward right here. Argentina's barber, step your punk ass up. Argentina's barber, where are you at? Because you've been talking all this trash on every comment, everything I post. Argentina's barber, step up. Stop grabbing your ankle, step up. You can get the smoke from the Boom Man, Unbiased, D, or me. Any one of us will smack you down with absolute facts. This idiot and clown said that.
Put your skirt down, put your pants up.
Andrade and Charlo, he don't know shit about boxing. Speak to him, DT.
Pull your skirt down, man. Pull your pants up. That skirt up out of here. Come on, man, because I invited all fanboys. I want them all up in here. LDBC, all them niggas, bro. I'm tired of them coming to my shit, talking shit, but then when I go live, y'all, crickets, where y'all at?
Yeah,
where y'all at?
It's too many hard hitters up here, man. You know what I mean? People,
we all here now. We all here. What's up?
We got one. Derek Lee, he said, I'm in the building. What's good? Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, that's not all right. I thought he was a fanboy. My bad.
Like, what's up, bro? What's happening? Because they don't never want to come up. But I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The LDBC, they don't want no smoke with us, bro. I done went to every LDBC site page, all the shit when they go live. I don't go to their videos no more. I go when they pop up live. I slide in their live stream. As soon as I comment, my shit gone. And I don't even be on no bullshit. I don't be on no disrespect, no trying to flash on them, none of that. I just go in there and either say some factual shit, and that shit go away real quick. From ego, talking about he want to spar me. Nigga I called him out for a sparring session. He said he want to spar. I pop in his live. What's up? When you want to set up a sparring session? My comment gone. None of these dudes want no smoke. See, what y'all fail to realize, hold on, man. See, what y'all fail to realize, bro, I do this shit, bro. I do this shit out here. So when y'all see me out here sparring the Shakur Stevensons, when y'all see me out here sparring the Terrence Crawfords of the world, when y'all see me out here really doing this shit that I actually do, because this shit ain't just for YouTube, then y'all gonna see what's real. When y'all see me out here in Nebraska training with IBFP, with Terrence Crawford, when you see me out in Texas sparring Errol Spence training with these niggas, when y'all see me out here with them, keep that same energy, bro. Keep that same energy about I don't box, I really don't do this shit, all that. Keep that same energy, bro, because I'm coming for y'all. Y'all finna see me out here, bro. All y'all. Even y'all YouTubers that say y'all don't know me, YouTubers that act like all brand new, like y'all ain't never seen me before, y'all finna see me. All y'all. All of y'all. Keep talking, I'm gonna start calling out names. Y'all don't want them problems. To take my shades off.
That man took the shades off on y'all. I will tell you something. Everybody already know. I'm Thanos in the building. So anybody wants some of this smoke, you can easily come get it. It take more than one. I will tell you that. So if you coming one deep, you ain't coming with enough. It's just that simple. Thanos in the building.
Talking about.
Yeah,
we inevitable out here.
D is self-proclaimed Thanos. And then, you know what I'm saying? I'll be coming with the facts too. These guys don't want to come up here and get slaughtered. Let's be honest, bro. Because they already know what time it is. So they're going to just listen and not make a chat or disagree because they're going to get their asses destroyed. That's what happens.
Like, motherfuckers want to talk shit on my shit, man. I ain't got time for that. That's why glasses don't say shit no more. That's why when I make even and what shows that people so much of a hater of me and in the movement, is the stream I did about Errol Spence and how I said nothing but good pleasantry, bro. That got over 10 unlikes, bro.
Yep.
I got
That's how it
people.
is.
I got people disliking that video, bro.
They
Nothing.
weren't disliking
you-
the video, bro. They was just hating, bro. As soon as they see you put it up, they just hit the thumbs down. They don't even
And
listen to it.
let me ask.
Listen,
Let me ask everybody in the chat and everybody on the panel: does Earl Spence need to stop drinking?
Hell yeah. Hell
yes,
yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell
Immediately.
yeah. The
Immediately.
chat erupt. Does he need to stop
Okay,
drinking?
are we haters for saying something that is beneficial to his life?
No,
yeah,
that's a fact, bro.
yeah. Errol Spence stop drinking only helps Errol. You know, if Errol stop drinking, it just helps him. It don't do nothing for us.
Bro, I'm a known Spence fan. So how am I hating saying the nigga need to stop drinking? That's just
You
dumb.
a
Like,
hater because he should be drunk. Errol should be drunk as much as he wants to. Yeah, and then when he died and passed away, then y'all gonna be talking all that shit. He shouldn't be drinking. He shouldn't have been drinking like that.
Right.
Exactly.
Stupid, man.
Exactly.
Right.
That's my point. People get upset because we saying something that's beneficial to him. You know what I'm saying? Like he knows his sports was doing subliminal shots to D over here just because D Jefferson was making valid points saying that, Spence, he needs to stop drinking because it's detrimental to his career and his life. Clearly, he can't make decisions. Some people can function when they drink. He can't. Dude, forget his age. He forgot how old he was when he was drinking. That is not a functioning drinker.
Hold on, unbiased.
You need to put the
I don't
bottle
know if
down.
Sam D
The
wants some smoke.
Hennessy ruining his life.
What's
Does Sam
that?
D want some smoke with you, unbiased, or what?
What's the dumbass question, Sam D? What's the dumbass
Sam D,
question?
step up. Sam D, step up.
What's
Who
happening,
you
bro?
talking to?
Oh, you got the hitters in the building, bro. What's going on? I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing.
Yeah, I don't see him.
I don't see nothing. I hear you talking, but you really ain't saying nothing, though.
Keep it pumping, unbiased. What were you saying about she don't know her sport?
I'm just saying, dude is a clown. You know what I mean? He's gonna come at D Jefferson and saying he's not a news reporter just because he said that he should stop drinking. It's like, come on, man. Like these guys get upset if we say anything about Earl Spence and we don't praise him like they do. This dude got a shrine for Earl Spence, and his shit is weird. It's really weird. You know what I'm saying?
Let me clear something up right quick because here's the thing, and this is how I look at this whole situation. That man never have problems calling our names. You know what I mean? We done heard it before plenty of times. He don't have problems calling our names. And my partner told me he didn't call my name out, so I don't know who he was talking about, bro. You know what I mean? You know, hide behind the scenes or whatever, but he wasn't talking about me. What's up, Samuel?
Oh, okay. So Sam D, you agree that Earl Spence needs to stop drinking. The reason why I asked the question is because every time that I make a video saying he should stop drinking, I get called a hater and say, "Oh, he's living his best life. Let him live his life. Let him." You know what I'm saying? We have no business worrying about what he does. And then look what happened. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
My live. Forget about what the titles are. That's why you got to listen to the lives. If you go into the live, bro, I was doing nothing but showing this man respect, hoping that everything was all right for him. But you got to address the issues. And the issues at hand was, listen, he's drinking, bro. He's drinking and he's getting caught drinking more and more often. And this time it almost cost him his life. So what are we supposed to be hush-hush about that? It's the facts. It's relevant. It's what's going on right now. So if we speak on it, accept it and shut the fuck up.
You know what's funny? If this was happening to Terrence Crawford, he knows the sports will be making 100 videos about that dumb shit. You know it's true.
Yeah. Well,
This is my problem with he knows his sport is that he don't know anything about boxing. The guy came and tried to disrespect DT, unbiased D, me. But you don't really understand anything about the sport of boxing. All you know is your man crush on Errol Spence. That's absolutely garbage and trash, bro. All you know is a man crush. You don't have any facts to bring to the table. Every debate we ever had, you got bodied. You know nothing about boxing. You didn't even know who Peter Quillen was. I had to introduce you to your own stepbrother. What are you talking about, Clem?
Hey, Peter Quillen just lost to Angulo. How the fuck that happened?
Yeah. He washed up, bro. He like he
Peter
less than a
Quillen ain't been the
gatekeeper.
same since Danny Jacobs knocked his ass out.
Yeah, Quillen less than a gatekeeper right now, bro.
Yeah, like Adrian Broner. Pretty
Yeah,
much.
Broner wash.
Broner is washed, bro. That's why he finna retire. He
Oh
finna get
shit! Here's
Okay, we
Black Wall
got some
Street.
smoke.
How we goofy for making that comment, Black Wall Street? See, it's
Can you be
fanboys.
on Wall Street first? You ain't even got no stocks on Wall Street. Fuck you talking
Yeah,
about?
man.
What comment was he talking about?
It's fanboys like you that get upset when you hear the truth. That's what it is. So you want Spence to just drink and drive. That's pretty much what you trying to
Yep.
say and tell
You want
us.
to drink, drive, and be fraudulent and be messing with hella females and get caught up with bitches and shit. What's up? What's up, mob? We got mob in the building. We got the mob in the building.
I'm just saying, bro. If drinking almost cost you your life, you need to stop. Ain't no sense in drinking. And I said on my live, like they got Floyd Mayweather right there as an example. He leading them to the money. They want the money. Okay, we get it. Y'all after the money. All right. So we know that they after the money. But how did Floyd get it? Floyd won't drink it in the club, bro. He was drinking water and club soda. That man won't drink it in the clubs. So y'all had the example right there. Stop drinking, bro. If something almost cost me my life, I'm gonna stop doing it. Just that simple. If it almost cost me my
How are we
life,
going to pull up? Who's this
nothing
dude?
wrong
Who is
with
this
anybody
dude?
telling me to stop doing it if they noticed it almost cost me my life.
Right.
Keep it real.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They just want him to continue drinking. That's what it sounds like. They're like, all right, nah, let him drink his life away. You know, forget about boxing. He's living his best life. Let him continue to drink. That's what they saying.
Let him tear his whole liver up and all the shit, and then he in the hospital.
What if it was your cousin or your brother or your uncle or your sister? You be like, look, man, you need to stop drinking. You need to slow down. You almost killed yourself. But now it is Errol Spence. Let him live his best life. So you gonna watch him go into a road of destruction? And we goofy for saying that, bro? I mean, I don't think he was talking about that comment. I don't know what comment he was talking about, but I hope it wasn't that one because I'm not being goofy for saying that. If it was my brother, then I would say it. So if it's a fighter that I respect and I'm a Spence fan, I'm gonna say, bro, you need to cut the drinking out. Period.
Just saying.
Well, to be an elite level fighter, you need to live a disciplined life. So,
exactly.
Cutting down on the drinking, eating the right foods, and staying within an appropriate weight scale. See, I remember when I said that Errol Spence needs to stop ballooning up in weight. They said, oh, you're just hating on Errol Spence. You don't like Errol Spence. And I was like, that's an unbiased boxing analytic fact. If you balloon up in weight, you don't have time in camp to train and fix your deficiencies. You're just cutting weight.
Right.
Yeah, and you're right. Guess what, IB? And then we saw right after the Porter fight on Twitter, Errol talking about he got to keep his weight down. So when you said you wrong, but then when Errol was telling the world that he need to do that shit, it's all good.
Telling you, man, it's all about habits. Life is about habits. The habits you create, those are the habits that you carry on with. That's what life is about. So he got to create a habit of keeping that weight down, staying fit. Because right now he got a habit of ballooning up. And I've said something about that before too. Like you got to be honest about these fighters. It don't matter if you're a fan of them. You got to be honest about it. If you can't, bro, just don't talk.
Nah, but when we said that about his weight, all the Errol Spence fans were like, "Oh, has he ever missed weight? He's always on the point on the scale, so it's none of you guys' business." Just like the drinking. Oh, right. Has it affected him in the ring? And you know what I mean? It's like these guys just wait until something detrimental or life threatening happens to then make a point. Like, yo, Hennessy and Five Guys does not mix. All right, you can't be drinking a bottle of Hennessy and eating three burgers and think that you can be a professional boxer. Like that shit, it don't make sense.
And then they don't even know if if it affected him in the ring? That's something else too. Like, what if he wasn't drinking and ballooning up in weight? He might have looked more impressive against Porter. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know that. You can't tell. That shit takes a slow effect on all athletes. It takes a slow effect, slowly, and then you pop up and say, "Oh, he drank too much during his career."
That. It's the difference between a fan and a fanboy. Just let's clarify that. Who you talking to? What you talking about, brother? Because I don't know if you want some smoke. We got the whole panel ready.
We got the whole squad in the building. MBBC, UGC, we in the building, bro. What's happening? We want all the smoke. We came together to get all the smoke. We want the smoke. That's what y'all failing to realize, all you LDBC fanboys, you fanboys of fighters. We want the smoke. What's happening?
Where'd Black Wall Street go? Look, he ran away. He's not in the chat no more.
Black Wall Street, step up in the chat, because you be on my channel every day talking nonsense. Black Wall Street, step up. Where you at? Where are you at, Black Wall Street? Let me find out you at Chocolate Giddy Up House, chilling. Chilling. Come on, step up. They don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke. I see LBBC on here every week, and they don't want the smoke. You see DT, unbiased D, nobody's coming up. Where are the haters? I know there's some haters on the chat that don't want to step up. You see that you see Black Wall Street is listening, but ain't talking because he has no facts. He's a fanboy.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know because I show up to the IBFP Raws, and it'd be a whole lot of cats firing shots. Nuke still be tearing them down by himself. You know, he be shooting them all down every time they come up. But I see them. I do see them. Like, listen, if you want, you know, like I always say, for the love of sports, let's talk about it. Where the chat's at, bro? Because I'm ready to respond and answer to it. That's what I do. I break down narrative. I'm ready to
it up. I was like, bro,
any bullshit right now. Right now. Any bullshit. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat.
Like, there's a record right here. This is one of those, like, we don't even want to hear you motherfuckers no more. Like, don't even come to our pages with that shit, bro, no more, bro. Because y'all see us up in here, and then y'all don't pop up. But then when we try to pop up, when you see DT3 and you see Unbiased Boxing Talk or IBFP pop up in your LDBC channels, or y'all don't want to hear what we got to say. But when we call y'all and we go live, we say, well, come on in, come talk that shit. Y'all don't want to show up, though. But I bet you if you call us out, we coming. We pulling up.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Man, niggas love boxers more than they love their own baby mamas, boy. Fuck out of here.
I'm dead serious. I feel like he knows his sports would sacrifice his mother for Errol Spence or some shit. That dude weird. I never he got a man crush.
Trying to tell you,
it's not even that unbiased. What I don't understand is he knows the sport started out making fruit smoothies about weight loss.
That's real shit.
He started, wanting Errol Spence to bulldoze him. But now looking at his, the fact that he only showed video with the neck up, now he needs to get back on his smoothie joint again because he's starting to get back to where he was. What does he want to do?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
Speak on it, D.
Well, I mean, like I said,
I got real issues with like I got real beef with bro. It ain't no people shit. I got real beef with him. I got real beef with him.
Yeah, I have no thought. I have no thought on him. That's how
he ain't got no. He ain't on D. That nigga said I love boxing more than my wife. You funny as hell.
Yeah.
That's funny as fuck. But yeah, man, after he said what he said about my wife and my kids, bro, it's been bad ever since.
Yeah, I feel you.
He crossed the line, bro. He don't get no respect. He's not even taken seriously in the world of boxing. He just basically sucks up to the LDBC. He's their junior initiate candidate. And so he's trying to hope that he can get on. And, he's talking about barbershop conversations. Whoever it is, if barbershop conversations is the big homie for you, telling them come get this smoke.
Yep, come holler at your boy.
Me. I got.
He swear he ain't LDBC. He swear he not LDBC.
Hold on, DT. Now DT3. I know you told me that you were on some LDBC channel. I was watching one of your videos, and you on some LDBC channel. Then they tried to go at you, I guess, block you or something. Speak on that, my brother.
Yeah, it was I was on the press conference, the weigh-in press conference of Errol Spence and Sean Porter. I popped in on Barbershop Conversations, his live stream, and I popped in on Boxing Ego's live stream during that time, and the PBC, and I passed all these, so I'm BB, and everybody just started going in, like hella LDBC cats started going in on me. And I'm like, okay, it's cool, y'all got y'all little numbers, I see y'all. And then when I popped in on Barbershop Conversations and I put in NBBC and I was speaking on facts, they started muting my comments, started getting rid of my comments. When I went to Ego, started getting rid of my comments, bro. They don't really want to see me. They keep talking about they don't know about me, they don't see me, and none of that shit. But then when I come see them, when I pull up, they don't want me to get out the car. But I'm pulling up though. That's the cold part about it. They talking shit and saying whatever, but I'm pulling up. I'm pulling the fuck up. I'm the one making videos saying, bro, I want to spar you niggas. Let me get close to y'all. I'm the one that's telling y'all I want to see y'all. I'm the one that actually boxes, been boxing since I was 19 years old and I'm 35. I'm the one that's been in here sparring pros, bro. I done sparred the Kareem Mayfields of the world, bro. I'm sure some of y'all might not even know who Kareem is, but he known throughout the Bay. Tell y'all something right here, right now. I'm known for sparring real boxers, bro. This ain't no game. This is real talk. So like I said before, when y'all see me sparring the Shakur Stevenson, and you hear and you see IBFP reporting that I'm sparring the Shakur Stevensons of the world, I don't hear shit from you niggas. Cause y'all don't want to see me, bro. I didn't call y'all to spar all this shit all for the longest. Y'all don't want it. And I'm telling you right now, I'm 5'7", and I walk around at 150 pounds. And y'all big motherfuckers. See me. Give y'all a quick boxing lesson, bro. What y'all don't know, I teach boxing. I teach Muay Thai, bro. I do this. They call me the Broom Man for a reason, bro.
Whoa.
Not for sure. Not for sure. Got like fucked up out here. Be like that's waiting to see you, bro. I got a homie that's talking about coming out there to come see you. And the only reason why he ain't came out there to see you because I told him not to. Boss, keep my name out your mouth, or my people will come see you. You think it's a game? Keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm not what you think, boy. This ain't gonna go how you think. I'm not. This ain't for YouTube. Keep fucking with my peoples from D Jefferson to IBFP to Unbiased to the UGC, NBBC, Two Hands Up, Double M, any of my niggas, bro. H Money, any of them. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, then we got that casual Monty Brown TV. He's somebody else that be hating and making videos and putting our names in it. I seen he had IBFP there, Bruce fucking Vane. He had some of my shit in there in the UGC. So he's another one.
Hold on, guys. And I never even heard of this guy, but his name was Monty Brown. Monty Brown, whoever you are, if you're listening to this, the first thing I need you to do is slap yourself. That's the first thing I need you to do is slap yourself. Then come to my stream. I'll make you famous. And I'll go in here and debate you one-on-one. If you're scared of me, you can debate DT3. If you're scared of him, you can debate Thanos. If you're scared of him, you can debate Unbiased. I will smoke you. Come talk to me. We can set up the debate. I have no problem. Keep it going, Unbiased. My bad, my brother.
Yeah, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? This dude's just a hater. Anybody who makes any kind of video about Errol Spence, he immediately responds. You could have said Errol Spence won the fight, but you didn't like his performance. You could have said something like that. He still got a problem with that. He gonna make a video about that. That's how sensitive he is when it comes to Spence. Spence fans is weird, bro. I swear they like women or some shit.
You better not say shit about me.
Yeah. You can't say nothing negative about Spence. You know what I mean? These dudes get all hot and just in their feelings about this guy.
Yeah, that's the Spence diehards and the Spence fanboys, because I've been a Spence fan, but you know, some of
you have to deal with what I had to deal with Yard Y'all have no idea the bullshit I had to deal with in here when y'all got knocked out with a jab. Y'all know how much shit I had to sit there and endure?
Right.
And y'all can't even do an effective criticism. And I actually had to deal with y'all getting knocked out by a jab. I'm hearing it. But I'm still rocking with y'all though. And I'm not even defending this shit like, yep, he got knocked out with a jab. Yep. So, yep. It happened. Yep. I can't say shit. But I'm still fuck with my boy. I'm not mad at you for telling the truth. Like, come on, bro. Y'all be in y'all feelings, bro.
Right.
Y'all be in y'all feelings.
Right. That's what I'm saying about Spence. Like, you know, people got stuff to say about. I mean, I'm just talking about Spence. It's not like I'm like the Charlos. Like, I don't mess with the Charlos no more. But Spence still my dude. Like, I still go for Spence. But I'm still gonna tell the truth about it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I got to ask everybody on the panel. What do you guys think about the Usyk fight tonight? His first introduction into the heavyweight division. How do you see him playing out? How do you see the fight going, fellas?
Usyk versus Chaz Witherspoon. I mean, I think Usyk.
Stop it.
Yeah, I think he stops him.
Stop it. That nigga can't even see straight. I don't know where he going, bro. He finna stop. Then what? Come on. Nigga can't see. He ain't finna do shit with Usyk.
Yeah, he not. I mean, that's, you know, I expect Usyk to beat him up, you know, pretty good. You know, but we just gotta. It's like I think Usyk gonna stop him around the 5th round or so. He gonna beat him up the first 3 rounds, and then he just gonna
tell y'all some real shit. What I really think finna happen in heavyweight.
You breaking up, boy.
I agree. But this is what I think finna happen, bro. You quote me on this on record, and I stand by it. Usyk is gonna beat everybody. I said Usyk is gonna break up is gonna beat up everybody.
Now, I gotta
gonna wake up the whole division.
I gotta respond to that. I think Usyk is the truth. I think he got a lot of skills, but I don't see him beating AJ. I just think AJ got boxing fundamentals, got the power. I think he stopped Usyk. Even with AJ losing to Ruiz, I just don't see it. I don't know. I respect Usyk. Usyk is gonna have to make me a believer. Is he gonna really have to make me a believer? Unbiased D, what do y'all think?
I think Usyk has the skills, the fundamentals to beat everybody. But like you just said, I mean, he could be out boxing Wilder for 9 rounds or 10 rounds and then get hit and it's over. You know what I'm saying? With AJ, he has the power to hurt Usyk too. So all those fights are dangerous for him. I think he could beat them, you know what I'm saying? But he, in my opinion, could definitely lose as well. And I would favor AJ and Wilder over him because of that fact. I got to see him get hit flush with something so I could make a better estimate about his chin at heavyweight.
Only reason why I'm saying that is because the way his mind is next Holyfield and how he idolizes Holyfield. He wants to do the same thing as Holyfield. Skill-wise, I think he's better than Holyfield. Skill-wise, heart, determination, grit, that's something a lot of fighters ain't got that Holyfield just demonstrated in his career that I don't even see a lot of fighters having today. But I do see Usyk as being a skilled fighter. I do see Usyk. I think Usyk is more skilled than I do think that, and I think that's what's going to be the difference. Is going to be Usyk using his feet because I think he got better feet in the heavyweight division aside from Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury got really good feet, but I think he's going to get Joshua with his feet, not with power, not with speed. I think he's going to get Joshua with his feet because Joshua is still he a come forward fighter, and I said this in my last stream. If Joshua does not get off the center line when he fight, and if he fight Wilder and he stay on that center line, Wilder knocking his ass out, bro. Wilder knocks out everybody that stay on the straight line. If you do not have no head movement like a Mike Tyson or even a Tyson Fury, and you constantly are on the center line and you don't get off and you don't put angles on Wilder, bro, he putting you to sleep, bro. I have never seen Wilder lose to anybody that stay on the center line and just try to walk him down. I haven't seen it. Everybody that I've seen try to walk Wilder down, get knocked out.
The only way to
and like you said, unbiased, you could be beating Wilder. I mean, you could be peppering Wilder for fucking 9 rounds straight. You could be winning. You could be up 9 rounds to nothing and get to that 10th and 11th round and be super fatigued, and then Wilder just catch you with the right hand, boom, fight over. So if you don't know Wilder is one of the main fighters that you can honestly say that he's actually dangerous the whole fight. The whole fight. So I think you don't get Wilder out of there, or if you don't put Wilder on his ass, it's gonna be a long life for you, boy.
Yeah. But this is the thing, Usyk's punch output. Again, I need to see him take a punch, and I need to see his power. If he has good power, his punch output, in my opinion, it's a possibility he could hurt or stop Wilder because his punch output, his stamina is very good. But like we just said, all that it takes is one punch from Wilder, and that fight is done. So, yeah.
And I want to see that because Usyk want to fight Wilder. Like, Usyk actually is like, man, I want to beat your ass. Like, I really want to see you. He want to fight Joshua for money. He want to fight Joshua just because, you know, he going to get paid. It ain't even really legacy to Usyk. He's quoted saying he wants to fight Joshua just solely because, you know, he get paid. And he want to fight Wilder because he want to just beat the fuck out of him. So to me, him going to the heavyweight division seemed a little more kind of personal than more him just thinking about wanting to fulfill her legacy. But even though it would still add to his legacy, because he was a former undisputed cruiserweight champion in an era where ain't nobody really trying to be undisputed.
Yeah, I don't know if it's personal. I think Usyk just trying to achieve, bro. You know, it's not. It seems uncommon because of what we have going on today in boxing. You know, with chasing money and all of that. So when you see somebody really attempting to achieve, you know, and I'm not saying you, I'm just talking about people just look at it in a different way, just like what's going on with Canelo. You know, you got people hating on him instead of respecting the fact that he's achieving. It's just something that you don't see in this day. People used to play with watching cats play around with money and argue back and forth about making the fight instead of just getting into the fight. Canelo taking these fights on, Usyk stepping up. You know what I mean? That's just achievement, man. Achieving.
Right. It seems like the PBC fighters want to be rappers. Right? They want, you know what I mean? Like wear the chains, go pop Hennessy bottles, and eat Five Guys and blow up in between weight. I don't know. You know.
And the thing is, when about the history of boxing, have you known boxers to do that?
No.
Like, for real, like, when have you seen, like, Ali wearing hella chains or George Foreman wearing hella chains or, you know what I'm saying? When have you seen that? The most I saw when I was coming up was when you seen Mike Tyson holding all that money with Don King and shit.
Well, it's a new era of athletes, bro. I'm telling you now.
You know what I mean? Everybody like, I want to be a star. I don't care about legacy. It's like, bruh, if you think about it, though, who is they model, bro? They model is Money Mayweather, not Pretty Boy Floyd. The contradiction is real. It's a contradiction. Once they said, everybody wanted to get the Money Mayweather money, but they don't want to go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase. But y'all not even putting your fighters through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase. You telling that shit to the public, but you're not leading by example by doing that shit for your own fighters. So that shit sound like bullshit to me, because y'all not letting them go through the Pretty Boy Floyd phase, go through the tough fights and let them fight the tough fights early in their career, and then, you know, fight the top dudes later on in their career type shit. Like, I mean, but to me, today era, it don't make sense. They all want to fight for the dollar. It's not about fighting the best dude to say you the best. Because back in the day, in order to say you was the best, you had to beat the best. So now, if you win a belt, I'm the best. I only got one belt, but I'm the best. He got a belt too, but I'm better than him. Even though I ain't gonna fight him, and I never fought him, but I'm better than him. How you better than him? You haven't fought him. You haven't done nothing, but I'm better than him. How? I'll make more money than him. So you better than him because you make more money than him?
Yep.
That's facts, and I agree with that. I think absolutely there's only a few fighters that are really trying to be the best, and one of them that's not getting the credit or recognition is Devin the Dream Haney. Devin Haney wants the Lomachenko smoke. Whether you believe he beats him or not, Devin Haney wants to smoke. Devin Haney's setting up a Luke Campbell fight at the beginning of next year. Should he, this is what he's trying to fight this guy. He's trying to show that, hey, I can't stay at this weight forever. Let me fight the guy who no one wants to fight.
That's a nice fight there too. Luke Campbell and Devin Haney.
I think Devin Haney beats the entire shit out of Luke Campbell. I think honestly because Devin Haney nice, bro. And from what I'm looking at, the dude he just keep evolving. Like that jab, he got a real good jab. You know what I'm saying? That should make me jealous because my jab, I want to throw a jab like that. And I just feel like Devin Haney, he's younger. He adapts, athletic, he's quick. I think he gives Lomachenko a tough fight, a tough ass fight. Whether he wins or not, we got to see it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see it.
Let's see it, man. I'm tired of people. Oh, this is gonna happen. Oh, Loma beat Devin and Tank will beat Loma. I was like, okay, I get the speculation, but there's nothing proving that he could beat anybody that's of that level. So why don't y'all just make the fight happen? And we've all seen it, and they're making it really noticeable with the Ruiz Wilder situation, how it is so easy to make a fight, bro. If they really want to make a fight happen, they could make the fights happen. If they really wanted to make these fights happen, bro. Because it's the day that Ruiz beat Joshua. I promise you, mark my words. Come back to this stream, please. If Ruiz beat Joshua, the Wilder Ruiz fight will be announced within the week, if not within 24 hours. I promise you.
Hey, but DT3, not only that, Keith Thurman, he also exposed that on the TBV live stream when he did a call-in, and he said Errol Spence, he could go fight Terrence Crawford, but we can't force him into that fight. He has to make the decision. He let the cat out the bag right there. He pretty much said those guys are independent contractors and can make any fight that they choose. But the key word is choose. So he's making the choice not to fight Crawford, or was making the choice not to fight Crawford.
Yeah, bro. Look, man, I already been through that. So walk like a duck, quack like a duck. It's a damn duck. And I don't care what nobody
until the car accident happened, and now all I'm hearing is that's all he's talking about.
Man, so you mean to tell me he had to go through a life and death experience to want to fight Crawford? That's crazy. I'm just saying.
I don't know. Well, I want to see. Let him get himself back together. I want to see what go down.
Shit out of Tank, that fat Cabbage Patch Kid. Man, I'm tired of Tank.
Tank Davis is just—he's a disappointment, man. Right now, that's what Tank Davis is to me—a disappointment. Because he got a lot of potential, but he's just not doing nothing. He's not doing nothing right now. And he's fighting Gamboa, and then Eller be talking about, well, we're not even looking at Lomachenko right now. So what does that tell you? What does he plan on doing then? Why'd he move up to 135?
He gonna pull up Leo Santa Cruz and fight him at 135.
Like, why is he moving up in weight?
Right.
It's like, why he moving up to weight to not fight Loma? If we're going to move up to 35 for him to fight everybody but Loma.
Or fight anybody for that matter. Because you fighting Gamboa. Whoop-de-doo.
Well, here's the problem. What happens if Teofimo beats Loma or something?
He'd probably pull up Leo Santa Cruz.
Oh, but Gamboa fighting that's crazy, bro. If Tank beats Gamboa, Tank not tough fight. Crawford knocks out Gamboa. Tank ain't, but Gamboa not a bum to fight. He a bum for fighting Crawford. Okay.
Yeah, but the reason why people are saying that that speaks to the level of Tank, right?
What these people come up with nowadays is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if Teofimo shocks the world and does something special?
That's what I'm saying.
What if he didn't put on something on Loma that he's not used to?
But he could beat all the top dudes, though, but he's not fighting.
Love him or hate him, he still got power.
Would you say, Newt?
I'd say love or hate Teofimo, he still got power. And so he might be able to do something special that we don't see coming.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
People like he knows his sports. He calls Teofimo Lopez a hype job, right? But this hype job, Tank's best win, Pedraza, didn't want to fight the hype job. He turned that fight down. Pedraza did. And now the hype job is about to fight Richard Comey, a champion. That's a better win to me, in my opinion, than Pedraza, who just got outboxed by Zepeda. You know what I'm saying? So people want to hate on Teofimo.
IBF camp, Richard Comey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a dangerous fight for Lopez, in my opinion. He got power.
Yeah, it is a dangerous fight for Teofimo.
Yeah, he do got power.
Now, fellas, it's the time of the show where we're going to basically shut it down. So we're going to go by everybody one by one where you can send out information, you get the last words. DT, we're going to start with you. Then we're going to go to Unbiased, and then we're going to go to D. Jefferson.
I know who it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, the boom man. Phil Fennel. Hit that so you can be notified every time I hit y'all with my shit. At DT_boom. Follow me on Twitter at DBoyWS. Man, you already know who it is, man. It's your boy, DT3, New Media, Notification Gang. God, what it is, man. You see me, man. 100. Love you, IB. Love you, man. See you, D. Jeff. Shout out to my boy with the UGC. Talk, man. Nice meeting you, bro. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Hey, IBFP, thank you for having me on your stream, Nuke. I appreciate it. For all the listeners, you guys can check me out at Unbiased or Biased Boxing Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell icon. I try to drop as much videos as possible. I just speak from how I feel about the situation or break down fights, etc. You know what I'm saying? You could also catch me on UGC's live stream. We go live probably like 3 times a week or so. So yeah, man, thanks again, Nuke, for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it. Shout out to DT3, shout out to D Jefferson. And yeah, man, it was a good live. No, the haters didn't show up today, obviously, because they were scared. Maybe next time. But yeah, man, salute, man.
Yo, shout out to IBFP. Hey, this IBFP Raw where it is, Nuke, and what it is, man. I hope that some point in time we could get some people to come up here. But shout out to you for having us on, bro. I appreciate you having me on. Shout out to the UGC. Big up, man. If y'all ain't been over there, go over there, subscribe to my man Black. Shout out to Black Horseman, Unbiased Boxing Talk, DT3 Bull, man. Y'all come see me on Speak Your Mind Sports Talk, man. Get into the mastermind competition. All right, peace. Thanks for having me, Nuke. Shout out to you guys in the chat.
So I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Salute to Andrew Tucker World, Samuel Shaw, JB, Wasi, Fernie. You've been here since I had 100 subs. Salute. Sam D. I'll put the link in the chat on the next one. I get you. Beloved Ruby. Salute. Mr. Blue. Salute. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Subscribe to IBFP Raw if you're not. And just letting you know that this will always be a raw channel. We won't go soft. We won't take it easy. We're going to bring you the most rawest, unbiased, and uncut content you've ever heard. And this is only just the beginning. It's going to get even more raw. We're going to bring DT3 back. We're going to bring everybody on, and we're going to talk that shit that you need us to talk. Salute. IBFP Raw, over and out. Thank you, DT3. Much love. Thank you, Unbiased. Thank you, D Jefferson. Thank you, everybody. Much love, peace, and blessings. Salute.